Hi, this is Crosshub. Crosshub is a global service helping 1.4 billion travelers worldwide solve identity authentication and payment hurdles with a single step. We aim to pave the way for easy, secure access to digital services anytime and anywhere. Now, let's talk numbers. The global digital payment market is growing tremendously from $3.5 trillion in 2018 to nearly $20 trillion by 2026. Mobile payments alone will reach $3 trillion by 2028, driven by 3 in 4 travelers preferring mobile solutions. Moreover, in a recent speech by a European Central Bank member deeply resonated with us. He remarked, even though the world has gone digital, cross-border payments are still too slow, too costly, and far too opaque. And in the travel industry, things aren't much better. A recent study showed that younger travelers, especially those under 34, will actually cancel a booking if they can't pay through digital means. Now, that's an opportunity that we can't afford to lose. This is exactly why we built BPay, a hybrid global payment solution that removes any friction from cross-border payments. BPay links identity authentication directly with payments so that travelers can continue using the same mobile payment method they rely on in their home country, even when abroad. Moreover, it's built to last. BPay fully compatible with both Web 2.0 and 3.0 environments. In 2024 alone, just 4 Asian countries represented a combined foreign tourist spending of $125.9 billion. That alone creates a digital payment market worth over $54.1 billion, our initial launch target for BPay. And we're not stopping there. By 2026, as we expand into Southeast Asia, including Indonesia, Thailand, and the Philippines, we unlock an additional $22.7 billion in foreign tourist spending. By 2027, our entry into the US, UK, and France will position BPay to serve over 340 million travelers globally in a market exceeding $276 billion in foreign tourist spending and $185.5 billion in online payment potential. Next, let's talk about how we are turning this market into revenue. Based on the total spending by inbound tourists in 4 key Asian markets, the online spending market alone is valued at $54.1 billion. This represents a huge opportunity for BPay. If we capture just 10% market share and apply 3% commission rate, BPay could generate approximately $162.6 million in annual revenue. Our model is already being validated through real-world pilot projects and POCs with some of the world's leading companies, including Thales, a global leader in cybersecurity, Kakao Mobility, Korea's top mobility platform, Baymin, Korea's #1 food delivery app, and Toss Payments, a service trusted by over 100,000 merchants. BPay isn't just a payment service, it is also an identity authentication solution. At the core of BPay is ID Block, a 4th-generation blockchain identity solution built on self-sovereign identity technology. BPay goes beyond just payments. It unlocks access to any service that requires identity verification, from ride-hailing to delivery apps to financial services and public platforms. The possibilities are limitless. You might be wondering how this works. Allow me to show you how ID Block can be used in practice using Korea as an example. In 2024, over 16 million foreigners visited the country, and what did they want? They wanted to unlock the full local experience by ordering chicken by the Han River, book taxis in advance, rent bikes, and find cheaper accommodation near tourist spots and more. But here's the problem. They can't do any of that without a Korean phone number or domestic credit card. That's where ID Block comes in. With ID Block, travelers no longer need a local phone number or domestic credit card to access local services. It's also compatible with other countries such as Japan, China, and Taiwan that uses similar authentication systems. And therefore, ID Block can be used across all domestic and global app services. Traditionally, personal data is stored and managed by mobile carriers and large platforms. The problem is that this has led to countless privacy breaches and users had no control. Fortunately, with ID Block, that changes. Identity data is no longer held by corporations but owned by individuals. Users can now choose exactly what to share, with whom, and for whichever purpose. ID Block isn't just limited to Korea. We built a global expansion strategy tailored to the needs of each region. In Asia, we replaced phone-based authentication. In North America and Europe, we supplement social security numbers and passports while staying fully compliant with regulations like GDPR. And in developing countries, we aligned ourselves with the UN goals and support the adoption of digital IDs nationwide. Delving deeper, in many developing countries, millions still live without a legal identity, making access to basic services nearly impossible. That's why we are aligning with UN goals to promote digital inclusion. That being said, we are currently working with Samsung Knox to embed identity services into Samsung Galaxy devices in these regions. This year, we are conducting proof of concept with leading enterprises in Korea, including major payment gateway providers and financial institutions such as Thales, a global leader in digital identity and security. Though we've been established for less than a year, we have already achieved what many startups take years to accomplish. Within a month of our launch, we secured our first investment. Since then, we have raised 2.4 million USD in early funding, been selected for multiple global innovation programs, and most recently, we were invited to Japan's largest international event, the Osaka Expo. Now, introducing our team. Our CEO served as a product manager for Korea's national digital platform, Government24, managing the personal data of over 50 million citizens, and also led payment gateway operations at LG U+, a major conglomerate. Beyond that, our broader team brings deep expertise in global business, technology, and security. As you can see here, we've already partnered with major domestic and international partners, including local governments. This year, we are accelerating our global expansion. Although it's still early in 2025, we've already been selected for multiple international exhibitions, giving us a strong springboard into overseas markets. Our roadmap includes opening branches in Vietnam, Singapore, and Japan by the end of this year. I will skip the technical details for now in the interest of time. A world where identity and payments are no longer barriers, that's the future we are building. We are Crosshub. Thank you.